Hello, everyone. I'm
Okay, hi.
Deathline. Larby's here with me as a co-commentator.
Yeah, hi, hello.
Hello. Okay. I'm like setting up like 8,000 things at once. I have so many tabs open. Welcome to
Yeah,
City Line Sunshine Lockout Bingo.
yeah. I I do believe this is road control.
Row control.
So it's honestly I haven't kept up with the with this marathon. I haven't kept up with any speed stuff actually in the past month. So I don't know if we had just regular lockout bingo in this marathon yet.
We have not. This is the first time Sunshine has ever been shown. And first time, or not Sunshine Bingo's ever been shown. So,
Oh,
first,
and what about this bingo from another game?
first bingo match ever.
Okay, good. So, that's a lot to unpack. I guess when while the runners are setting up, getting ready, bingo is just having 25 different objectives that you have to, or that are obtainable in the game, in a 5x5 card, which would make sense for a bingo layout. Lockout, on the other hand, is a bit different. That one player can lock out the other competitor from a goal by clicking the goal, obtaining the goal first, and clicking it, which means that you don't have to complete a full line or complete a full line on the bingo board, but in regular lockout, first to 13 is usually what wins you the game. In road control, it will be a bit different.
Yeah, this is a variation that the Sunshine
Yeah,
community has made for bingos.
yeah. I don't know if the Central community made it. Probably got it from like Zelda Randall, bingo communities. But row control is what I like to describe best of 5 of best of 5s, where you need to control 3 rows in order to win the game. And in order to control a row, you need 3 out of 5 goals in that said row. With that being said, both players seem to be ready, so perfectly timed explanation of what bingo is.
We can give a countdown in the bingo sig chat, Larby, because I have the timer stuff.
Okay. Okay. We usually go on 1, so.
Yeah.
Okay. We have the tradition to start on 1 instead of go, just because of Rimato organizing a ton of tournaments and always starting on go, always starting on 1, having his macro set up that way.
Classic Rimato.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the nice things about bingo matches in Sunshine is they do start on file select, and Sunshine has been very divided over this 3-minute cutscene that plays after airstrip, but that's actually the perfect amount of time to plan out and route what you're going to be doing on bingo matches.
Yeah, for Laka things, it's very nuanced. It's pretty difficult to route, and like some cards, it's very you even after the cutscenes, you are not entirely sure on your game plan. It's also very I would say fluid, as in you have to adapt, of course, to your opponent most of the times. So the cutscenes are just a good way to just look at the card, analyze it, and make a good plan plus a backup. The better thing about Sunshine Bingo, though, is Sunshine as a bingo game, because most of the worlds are open pretty early in the game. The 7 main worlds. The only ones that are a bit more restrictive are Penna, which is opened by having both Gelato and Rico opened, and having 10 shines, and Noki, which is unlocked at 20 shines and having Penna unlocked.
Yeah, but other than that, the 5 worlds, Bianca Hills, Rico Harbor, Gelato Beach, Serena Beach, and Pianta Village are fairly accessible really quickly at the start.
Yeah, Pianta with just like a easy maneuver up the Shine Gate in multiple possible ways, and Serena with a glitch found a while ago at this point, like 3 years ago.
3 years ago, right? Yeah.
With Serena, whenever before it was a bit more restrictive. Instead of having to unlock Yoshi, you can only do it on like a really early Delfino state, which has like an unskippable event cutscene, which I think is like 8 seconds or like 10 seconds. It's pretty horrible.
Yeah, it's not great. So going over the card a little bit here, kind of explain the different goals that you're going to see. You're going to see blue coin totals. So blue coins in Sunshine are collectibles, basically. There are 240 of them, but realistically in a bingo, you're going to collect no more than 80 tops, usually. And that's usually pushing the higher limit.
Yeah, 80 is the highest blue coin total that we have on this current this current patch, I guess.
100 coin shines, things like that. Those are all fairly self-explanatory. 4 shines from a stage. 4 boss shines. There are specific shines in the game that count as boss shines, such as PD Piranha, Cooper Blooper, Mecha Bowser. Those are all bosses. You have a couple of ore goals where you have all Pinna baskets or 4 Fruit Lady goals, so you need to do one of the 2 things in order to claim that goal. There are 4 Fruit Ladies in Delfino Plaza, and then there's 6 baskets in Pinna Park.
Oh, 6 baskets, Goose, Bravo. I just realized all Pinna baskets is not really as explanatory of a term. But I think when knowing the game, it's fairly obvious. But that just came to mind.
And then what else?
There are also some goals that might be a bit more weird to understand, especially, or not especially, but also for bingo players that have played for a longer amount of time. Let's say 7 shines in the secret doesn't mean that you have to collect 7 shines that 7 secret shines.
You just
7
need,
shines can be 100 coins shine in the secret level. When you collect that, it's a shine in the secret. Red coin hints, which are red coin hints in a secret, are also shines in the secret, logically.
So you just need 7 shines within a secret sub-level. It does not have to specifically be the secret shine itself of that stage.
Yeah. We've had people who actually collected 7 secret shines because they misunderstood the goal. I think that happened once.
It probably happened more than once.
It happened once in a tournament, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just lying right now, but I feel like I remembered something along the lines of that.
Other than that, there's a few niche goals. Linked pairs. So there's a number of linked pairs in the game where you have X's, circles, and triangles. When you clean off the graffiti of one, the blue coin will pop out of the other side of the linked pair. You need both sides of the linked pair to count for one pair. So there's a 7 linked pair goal on this card, and there are 8 that are realistically attainable in bingo.
Yeah, 8 are the 8 linked pairs that are most common, and in very niche situations, you can have one more, or like I guess more, like 3 more.
There's 11 in the game,
No,
right?
yeah, 11. No, 12.
12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, some of those are not great.
yeah, maybe if you get really fancy, but at that point, I guess when we also look at roll control, you can have one shell Mario with 5 from Bianco, and that actually unlocks a linked pair, another linked pair. So as said, if you really want to get fancy in roll control, it's the perfect opportunity to do that.
So now that the airstrip cutscene's done, they're finally getting into gameplay. Paper on the left, you see, is opening up Bianca Hills. You're gonna have to open that world no matter what to get access basically anything. And there are some Bianca goals here, while Rimato is opting to go to Pachinko, which is an annoying shine for most people that have played this game. It's a red coin shine and a Delfino shine, but I don't believe there's any goals for Delfino shines on this card.
There are 12 Delfino shines with blue coin trades.
Oh, blue coin trades, yeah.
Yeah. But there is lily pad, no fruit clipping, and this seems like a free red coin rush, which is fine for roll control, just getting the best goal in roll early. But since there's lily pad, no fruit clipping, it's if you have to get that goal, you can just avoid the goal entirely. But if you really have to get this goal, then you have to do the shine again, which is pretty bad. You don't want to collect blue shines.
Yeah, so it's an interesting clip that was relatively recently found. You can actually just take a banana all the way out to the island and then just perfectly time a jump throw, and you just clip in. So there's actually no need for Yoshi to actually access the lily pad. So this is going to be Rimato's second red coin shine. He's not going to be able to clip the lily pad no fruit clipping because he fruit clipped, but he does have 2 out of the 3 red coin shines for row 3, while Paper is on his way through Bianca, trying to get some level progress.
Yeah. One thing to note is that 3 red coins is also popular in terms of having Bianca progress, because Bianca 4 and Bianca 3 is a secret, so Bianca 3 reds is a red coin hidden, and Bianca 4 is a red coin shine. So that's like synergy many people really like. Yeah.
Paper is just going through the Bianco stuff. He's going to go do PD, which is probably the biggest time sink with Bianco, not counting Bianca 5, which is the second BD fight. Rimato
which is even a bigger time sink.
Rimato's off collecting blues right now. He just grabbed one of the bluebirds, so there are 8 bluebirds in Super Mario Sunshine, and there is a goal on this card for 5. He's also collecting a ton of Delfino blues because there is a goal for 11 Delfino blues.
Yes. Gets them on the way because there's like no much better timing for him right now to obtain these. So he takes the risk of possibly racing Paper to 3 red coins, which is pretty unlikely for Paper to do this, in order to be a bit more efficient with its routing.
Yeah, in that time that it took Paper to unlock Bianco and do just the first shine in Bianco, Rimato's gone in a ton of blues, or a handful of blues in Bianco, or Delfino, excuse me, and he's on his 3rd red coin already.
There are a few synergies that Rimato can eye at, which would be 3 red coins, there's a blue coin total in row 3 as well, and 4 fruit ladies. When you have 4 fruit ladies and Delfino blue coins, it's
huge.
it's a pretty good synergy, and collecting fast shines, he probably will opt into doing Delfino shines as well, which grants, I guess pinner axes. Maybe he will do Lily Pad again after all.
So Rimato already got his third red coin shine, but you see that he's not clicking the goal. This is a technique called delay clicking, which is just not clicking the goal. It's perfectly allowed in bingo matches, but the risk is your opponent could totally click the goal while you already have that, and you would lose out on the goal because it's lockout.
Yeah, it's something that it can be very frustrating to play against, which is why there are people who are very vocal about wanting it banned, but it's doing it really effectively to the point where it can actually influence your matches in a great way is pretty difficult and pretty risky.
Yeah. But Rimato is confident that Paper is not going for 3 red coins as his first goal, so he's going to be holding on to this for a little bit just to delay information, because a big part of the Sunshine Bingo meta is information. A lot of the top level runners can base where the opponent is based on what goals they've clicked, and they can estimate how long it would take them to do something else. So delaying that information then throws the opponent off into thinking that they may not be too close to a goal or too far away from a goal.
Yeah. For instance, with combining 3 red coins with Bianco shines that Paper seems to be doing, or could be doing at least, Rimato knows a rough timing of how early Paper can get these, and since Rimato also spent a bit of time messing up setting up a long time for the lily pad and getting blues on the way and everything, he knows that it was very unlikely for Paper to have contested Rimato in the 3 red coins race, which means that he has a bit more time to hold on to that clip.
Yep, and then you see there, he did a clip into the sewers, because this game's just full of clips, it was not made very well, or just not play tested. And he got some more blues, so he finished up his 11 Delfino blues, and he clicked 3 red coins at the same time, which is going to throw Paper for a little bit of a loop here.
Yeah. Paper did one little thing that I personally dislike, which is doing Bianco 4 and then re-entering Bianco 4 instead of just going into Bianco 5, because the red pen hidden is available in every episode. There are more blue coins available in episode 5, and if all comes down, if you also want to do PD, the next PD fight again, you can do that as well. There's virtually no downside to entering episode 5.
Paper looks a little lost here. Looks like he's going to be collecting some Bianco blues. There's a goal for 20 Bianco blues. So every main stage, the main 7 worlds, has 30 total blue coins you can collect, and then there are 20 in Delfino Plaza, 19 in Delfino Plaza, 1 in the airstrip, which counts as the plaza, and then 10 in Corona Mountain. But you can access 20 blues in Bianco Hills in episode 4, which is what Paper might be going for right now. Plus, he's also collected a rocket nozzle. So, in addition to your standard flood spray nozzle, you have the hover nozzle, the rocket nozzle, and turbo nozzles. And some of the worlds have boxes for the rocket and turbo nozzles. So there is a goal for two rocket unlocks, which Paper has gotten 1 of thus far.
Yeah. In addition, he also collected 2 enemy blue coins. An enemy is basically defined as what can damage you.
And which.
They can, yeah.
Because technically the fire in the Surrender 4 Casino damages you, but it's not really a living thing, so...
Okay, that's fair. I guess you can extinguish the fire, so you can also defeat it, I guess, if you really want to. Yeah, that fire is...
But no one uses that.
Two fires. There are actually 2 fires in Serena that you can get.
So Paper is now in Bianco 3 Reds with the rocket nozzle.
Yeah. It's not the most difficult red pen hidden to do with the rocket nozzle when you are practice a bit and I don't want to say know what you're doing, but if you practice a bit, but Paper seems a bit out of the loop. I don't think he played much bingo. It's currently not bingo season.
He was doing Corona Blues practice before this.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, our other competitor, Rimato, he collected 5 shines. So you need to unlock, you need to open Bianco Hills, and then once you have 3 shines in that open, you can open Rico Harbor, and then once you have 5 shines in Bianco Hills open, you can go to Gelato Beach, which is where Rimato currently is. And Rimato is off collecting a ton of blues. He got an enemy blue, he got a linked pair. He's getting both of these birds, which are stupidly annoying but easily accessible.
Yeah. He will have how many shines now? 8, practically 8 shines, almost. So has pinner access, and there are 2 bluebirds in pinner. He needs 1 more, so and one of them is very easy to get as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Rimato now off to this. He's going to open Rico because you do need to open Rico anyways to access Pinna. And as mentioned earlier, there is a goal here for trading in with 12 shines from Delfino with blue trade. So there's a number of shines in Delfino Plaza that you can get that are all really quick. That just bump up your shine total count, but other than that, they don't really do much for you. But every 10 blue coins, you can trade in for 1 shine sprite at the Rico Harbor fee cut. Rico Harbor cut,
Yep.
Which then can be counted as Delfino shines.
Yeah, there are some goals that just count the Delfino shines as like the physical shines that you collect, and with the addition to 12 goals like 12 or 15 shines from Delfino with blue coin trades, it makes blue coins a little bit stronger, so Rimato can be happy because
he's a blue coin freak.
Yeah.
Currently, Rimato is in a really good position compared to Paper. He has 2 goals. He's working on like 4 others, and Paper has basically a link, some blues, and he's gonna get his second boss here with blue first.
Yeah. One good thing for Paper is that he'll deny 5 enemies from Rimato if Rimato opts to go that deep into Rico. Alternatively, Rimato can just go blue coin totals and 4 fruit berries, have that synergy going, which is pretty scary, but even then, as Paper, you might just want to get 2 rockets and work your way for row 1.
You see Rimato collecting a ton of blues right now. Rico is one of the most popular worlds, especially for bingo, because it's really accessible and you can access a ton of blue coins in episode 1 alone. 23, I believe. Right? 23? That the amount?
In episode 1?
In episode 1.
Yes.
Which, 23 out of 30 blues in a world, that's quite a bit. And a good portion of them are pretty quick to grab. There's only a handful that are really slow otherwise.
Yeah. Before bingo got a bit more balanced with different changes, there were goals like 15 in Rico, which was a really quick 15. So I think the only Blueprint specific Rico goal would be 23 in Rico, which is the maximum amount in episode 1. It's if you want to skip 1 blue coin, there is another one in Rico 2, and in Rico 3, getting the 23 coins is pretty easy and
yeah,
very doable goal.
The caveat with the 23 blues in Rico is that one of the coins in Rico Harbor you're not supposed to technically be able to access until you have the rocket nozzle because it's way above the Rico Tower. But with a lot of Y-turn wall kicks in this game, you can actually gain a ton of height rather slowly, but you can do it. and you can use that to get that blue way up there without the rocket nozzle in Rico 1, whereas normally you would need to get it in Rico 3 or 4.
Yeah, or any episode after that, but typically 3 then.
So you see Rimato traded in 30 blues to quickly get 10 shines to access Pinna Park, and he's going to opt to not do Honey Skip. Honey Skip is an old skip that's been around forever, and basically it saves this cutscene. You die when you enter this cutscene, and it just skips it. But missing it is sad, and usually most bingo people don't go for it in a bingo unless they're like insanely worried about Pinna progress.
Yeah. The most concerning thing for Rimato right now is that it's like 20 minutes in. It's a pretty reasonable time to have got into Pinna, and Paper hasn't shown any information yet.
Yep.
So, Rimato might be a bit worried, but we might see 2 rockets click soon, so Rimato will be a little bit more at ease.
Yeah, Paper has 2 rocket unlocks now, and I believe he also has the 5 enemy blues.
Yeah.
But he's just gonna hold on to those for a minute.
Yeah. Even now sees the 5 bluebirds and can be pretty sure that Rimato wasn't in Bianco really, or would be very unlikely that Rimato was in Bianco at one point. Maybe Rico. That's the most reasonable.
So Pinna Park is nice for linked pairs because there are a whopping total of 3 linked pairs, and they're all accessible within episode 1. The only thing is that collecting all 3 of the linked pairs is a little bit of a time sink, but otherwise for Rimato, these are just everyday blues that he collects anyways in a match, so...
Yeah, you can route... The links aren't the most slowest. You can get 2 links at once, like that. You are now just right up the other link that would be considered far out. These links are mostly slow because of the cutscenes.
I believe this will be 6 links for Rimato. You got Delfino, Rico, and Gelato, I believe, so that should be 6. So he'll need to find one more, probably in Bianco or Pianta if he wants to go to Pianta.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on Paper's end, he's doing Fruit Ladies.
Yeah. Fruit Ladies is a pretty good play right now because...
Other than the fact he just kicked Durian in the water.
Doing Fruit Ladies is a really good intention. Mainly because it's 2 goals, but more importantly, with the 5 bluebirds, Rimato has shown that he's in Pinna. That means that all Pinna blues is currently at risk, or could be clicked off by Rimato, and very soon. So Paper wants to deny that by getting all 4 Fruit Ladies.
So yeah, there's a Fruit Lady that wants bananas, one that wants durians, one that wants pineapples, and one that wants coconuts. The most annoying one is the durians, because you have to kick the durians across this gap, and durian mechanics in this game are not ideal.
Yeah. Also, fruits despawn when they are soaked wet in water.
You saw Rimato though, he basically water slid towards the fountain there, the pond, pool area, and he exited area. There's a wonderful thing with this game in Pinna 1 where there's these really obnoxiously long cutscenes, and if you just exit area right when the cutscene plays, it just exits out of the cutscene because I believe that's just how it loaded.
Yeah, these are the only cutscenes with that property, and the plaza state that Paper is in right now is kind of rough because there are some plazas where there are less yellow coins in the series, so doing Delfino hundreds is a bit worse, and there's only 1 coconut in the tree instead of 3, which makes no real sense.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah.
yeah, Paper is going to click off all 4 Fruit Ladies and 3 Fruit Ladies, so he's going to start claiming dominance in row 3 and row 4. Earlier, Rimato clicked off a goal, 45 total blues in row 1. So right now, Paper's in a better spot to win row 3, technically, because he's in the lead, but Rimato has way more blues than he does, so he'll have to either rush for the 65 total or rush to Noki and get that 100 if he wants that row. And meanwhile, Paper's also probably just going to give up entirely on row 5 because Rimato already has 2 goals in that row, and he knows he's in Pinna.
Yeah. There are some other things to keep track of, because even though row 3 is currently in Paper's favor with like having a 2-1 lead, Noki, as mentioned before, takes 20 shines to unlock, in which Rimato is in the lead for. And 65 totals is also in Rimato's favor, because he needs 20 more, while Paper needs 40, which means that despite Paper having 2 goals there, which really helps, Rimato is set up to win the other 2 goals. Yeah. The good thing about getting 3 and 4 Fruit Ladies for Paper, though, is that Rimato has to commit to Noki hundreds now, instead of doing something else. Couldn't get the basket boost, which takes optimally just 40 more seconds. Usually takes a bit more time.
Because of RNG, yeah.
Yeah.
But Paper opted to open Gelato, he's going to go do Gelato 1 now, and Rimato opted to go into Pianta 1 here. He's going to collect some more blues and grab his last linked air blue, and I'll get him at 7. There's also a goal in row 2 as well for Pianta 3 damage list. So Pianta 3 is one of the special shines in the game where you don't initially start with Flood. You start with Flood in every shine except this one. It's also known for not having Flood when you first play a secret level, in the actual sub-level. But the normal strat is you do a cheesy damage boost over the lava, and you can do that really quickly. But there's a couple of other strats that are a lot slower. One of them's not too bad, but you don't want to take damage for that goal, which is an option.
Actually, there's one strat that when you really want to take it far, people have done IL runs, individual level runs of Pianta 3 damage list, which is, I think, only 2 seconds slower than its damage variant.
Just a lot harder.
Yeah, typically you can get a pretty fast one, which is, I think, like 5 to not even 10 seconds slower. So that goal is mostly just get to Pianta 3 and don't mess up.
Yeah.
At least for top runners, top bingo players.
Rimato in Pianta 2 now, collecting more blues. This is one of the free Piantissimo races, which is next to what we would call an auto-scroller in this game. Though if you lose to Piantissimo, he will just straight up murder you. So it's important to not lose to the Piantissimo.
Yeah, I can't believe that anyone would consider the possibility of dying in Piantissimo and losing.
In the event that you do lose, like you bonk or something off a bad area and you lost because you're trying to get too many blues, it's always just better to exit area and then retry.
Yes. Yeah. But who loses to Piantissimo anyway?
No one we like to mention. Paper is now in Pianta 1. He's going to do this one.
Yeah. This might be a race. It might not be a race. Paper has to win out 2 rows still, so I assume he wants Pianta 3 damages, which he can still get despite Rimato being ahead, because Rimato likes to delay Pianta. Pianta's not a world you really want to be in anyway.
Not the
So
greatest.
you don't expect your opponent to be in there.
Yeah, and Paper's only about 2.5 minutes behind where Rimato is for this goal, but it looks like Ramato's gonna just click it off immediately.
Yeah.
So Paper's not gonna be able to get that anymore.
There's still good value for Paper to finish out this shine, because in row 4 there's 2 shines from 5 levels, Pianta being a level, and Pianta 2 being a shine. Makes sense. There's also 2 shines from 7 worlds, which is basically the same concept as two shines from 5 levels, except that Delfino is also a world.
So the community tried to balance Bingo as best as they can, and one of the balances they made was there are 7 levels that you can access, but there are 8 worlds. All levels are a world, but Delfino only counts as a world, not a level.
Yeah. The distinction was important for one goal, which I don't even think is balanced properly, which I don't like. But now we have 2 from 7 or King Boo to have one of the worst goals in the game.
Because people really wanted King Boo in the game. They want to see more Serena, because Serena sucks.
No. People is a bit too much. I think there's only one person who really is a big advocate for King Boo.
Some people. some Bingo players like Serena more than others.
Yeah.
The main thing with Serena, why we're kind of bagging on it, is though while it is accessible early on with a clip or with Yoshi once you get Yoshi through pin of 4, Serena is just horrendously slow. It has a really slow 2.5 minute boss fight to start off. It has a nice almost 2-minute secret to follow that. And you just can't really access a ton of blues within it until you get into episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, I would say the boss fight is much worse, because you can get only 3 blue coins in the boss fight. The boss fight itself is not really fun. At least for most people, it's not really fun. And technically, you can do hundreds in Serena in episode 1, which is
Serena 100. Serena 100s? Smile.
yeah, which is pretty niche. And on this card, I think very useless.
Yeah.
Episode 2 doesn't even grant access to a lot more stuff. I think you can get up to 9 blue coins by episode 2. Which is not a lot. And the secrets, it's not the slow shine, but it's not the easiest secret, so it's not it's not the place to go unless it's actually very, very strong.
So, as you saw, Rimato clicked off his 7 linked pairs and 65 total blues, so Paper is in a precarious situation with row 2 and row 3. While Paper does have 3 boss shines, Rimato is now working on his 3rd as well.
Yeah, so both have 3. And if Paper recognizes that he has a good lead in row 2 for the other 2 goals, he can either do the second... Okay. What Paper could have done is do the 3-1 boss fight that we mentioned for 2 from 5 setup, 2 from 7 as well, progress, and the 4 boss shines. Or Paper could have decided to do the second PD fight in Bianco, which would also be a boss shine and would give a shine from Bianco, and during it you can do a bunch of blue coins, which works towards the 20 from Bianco.
Nice little thing Rimato did there. That's an advanced version of the DeLorean. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get 1 yellow coin and talk to a Pianta that is a chuckster on a roof a little ways away, and he'll throw you through the window. But this game sucks, and you can clip through basically anything. and with a well-thrown, well-placed fruit throw, the fruit will displace Mario, and it'll just clip him through stuff.
Mm. That's also the same way the Serena whenever trick works. So when one of them decides to do this, it will be the same principle as you just saw with Rimato.
So Paper went to Pinna. He's getting through Pinna, doing some of that stuff, but Rimato's in a really good spot because he traded in some more blues. So he's around like 8 or 9 shine from Delfino now, and he's first to Noki, which means he could get the Noki 100s, and he could get into Noki 2, which is boss shine, if he wanted to do it that way.
Yeah. The good thing for Rimato for doing this play is that 100 Noki will give him the first roll control. And it will give progress towards 200 coin shines, which you can synergize with 100s in the secret level. But the issue that Rimato has is that will...
Quite some time.
Oh yeah, the issue that this gives for Rimato is that he needs to still win another roll, because there will only be 2. Even though Rimato has 2 golds in row 2, that will be pretty difficult for him to contest unless he... Wait, no, never mind. Rimato could have secured row 2 before boss shines off into 100 Loki.
Yeah, he wants to get in. He wants to shut Paper out from having row 3. He prioritizes that more than finishing out row 2, where he already has 2 out of the 3 goals he needs.
Yeah, but the thing is that Paper could have easily got 4 boss shines, which would have been very rough for Rimato because he's very much behind in Bianca shines. He's also behind in Shao Mario shines, so losing 4 boss shines would mean losing row 2 most likely. Though on the other hand, there could be ways for Mario to just work towards a slower, not great of a goal in row 5 to secure that instead.
Yeah. Paper finishing at Pinna 4. This is how you unlock Yoshi in the game. So Paper can now access Serena without having to do a silly clip every single time, and he can do with that no flip flipping, because the intended way is you're supposed to take like a 10-minute detour on these stupid boats that go around the island. That's just dumb. We're just going to clip underground and then just walk underwater with Yoshi. Yoshi also dissolves when he hits water because he's just made of fruit, I guess, because he eats fruit. So Paper can get that goal now.
Yeah. It looks like Paper got caught off guard a little bit by that Hunters from Loki pick that Rimato did. Losing a roll 3-2 is
Tough.
not... Yeah. It can be very difficult. Yeah, can be pretty rough to wrap your head around it. As you can see, Paper is free running in Delfino, doesn't know what to do.
This is a classic bingo thing that happens where you lose a goal that you weren't really expecting to lose, or someone clicks something unexpected, and you have to just spend some time thinking about what you really need to do next, which then 99 out of 100 Sunshine Runners tend to just free run Delfino Plaza. Instead of just picking a shine and just doing it.
Yeah, there are 2 ways to go about this. You just free run and decide where to go next. Or you can just, for instance, Paper could have entered Pinna, just thinking about what to do, then did like Pinna 5, or do like Pinna 5, even though maybe when he entered, he realizes that he doesn't even want to do that goal and decides against it. But or still could finish it out and then proceed with what he actually thinks he should be doing.
So yeah, Pinna 5 from the back hoverless. You're intended to go through the back of the Ferris wheel, climb all the way up to kick off this Electra Snooze Koopa from the Ferris wheel, which is making it go out of wire. But normally, this shine, you can just hover through the Ferris wheel because they didn't put like any collision on it except towards like the very center of it. But this is the goal, to basically make you play the intended way a little bit slower without hovering as well.
Yeah, and even then,
It's not that slow.
no, even then, like, it's not as intended because most just do a few wall takes and skip a decent portion of the grade trickery that is said.
So it'd be interesting to see if Paper stays in Pinna. Okay, this is what I thought he was going to do. He's going to stay in Pinna here and do Pinna 6, which is another secret shine. I believe he's up to around 5 now. Maybe 4. But every episode 7 in all of the levels is the Shadow Mario shine. And that's actually how you beat the game. You need to beat episode 7 in all of the levels in order to unlock Chrono Mountain, which is the final boss fight.
Yeah.
So Paper actually has good access to 7 shines and secrets and 1 Shadow Mario right now without having to leave Pinna.
While 7 shines in secret and winning row 5 is important for Paper, 4 bosses is also important, I would say. Which I guess nobody prioritizes that much, so Paper is currently getting away with doing more shines in Pinna itself.
Yeah.
Securing bosses.
So Paper
43 minutes.
Paper needs to hurry up and click the Pinna 5 from the back coverless goal here. Otherwise, Rimato's going to do it and then just claim the entirety of row 5.
Yeah.
Oh, good timing. Really good timing from Paper there.
Yeah. Paper usually doesn't go too hard on delaying clicks. He just waits for like a minute tops and then clicks this. If it delays for longer, it must be really safe or
Going for the win, basically.
if it delays for longer, it must be a really safe delay, or alternatively, he just forgot that he got that goal.
That is a Paper thing.
Yeah.
Once again, for those joining us, this is Sunshine Lockout Bingo. A Lockout Bingo is when a player clicks a goal, the opponent cannot click that goal any longer. And this is the row control variation where there are 5 rows, a 5x5 card, and you need 3 goals in a row to claim that row. And then you need to claim 3 rows of the 5 to win the match, which is, as Larvey explained, a best of 5 of 5.
Yeah. It's a pretty easy explanation. I feel like pretty, I would say, intuitive with Cursor.
So this is unfortunately a little sad because Paper just immediately clicked off Shadow Mario, which is fine for him, but Rimato sees this and he's gonna go to Noki because that's his next closest boss. He needs to get into Noki 2. Hopefully Paper goes straight back to Bianco here and does Bianco 5 and get his 4th boss and some more shines in Bianco, which it seems like he's doing. So this is actually a really good spot for him.
Yeah, so 45 minutes in, the players decide to do 4 boss shines, which is usually a goal that gets kicked off at the very, when it's pretty late, maybe 30 minutes in, or at least before 40 minutes, it's been usually claimed, but sometimes in some formats, in some matches, it just doesn't align with your route, and there are things like 12 blues from Noki, which wouldn't get clicked until 55 minutes into the match, or an hour into the match. These are very rare though, but it's always weird to see how are goals that are pretty early, like 4 boss shines, left unclicked so late into the game.
So Rimato done with Noki 1 here, and then he's getting to Noki 2 and defeat Looper, while Paper is starting his Bianco 5 boss fight, and I believe Paper should finish that first if he gets good RNG. It's gonna be close.
I have honestly no clue how much longer Noki 2 takes with the boss fights.
I believe it's 20 seconds over the clip.
Ooh, then it might be very difficult for Paper, I was about to say, but now he gets a pretty decent pattern. He just needs a good last spot, and I think that's Paper. That would be Paper's.
Yeah, he's gonna have to click it off immediately though.
Yeah. I feel like if, the winner of 4 boss shrines will win the game.
Yeah, that's a pretty good spot.
Oh, okay. That's Paper's PD is going places. Okay, didn't go to
Not the best spot.
World Tour. It's still a decent spot, but
Yeah.
but fortunately for Paper, it's not a World Tour.
I think Rimato is just gonna win this because of the cutscene. It's gonna be really close.
Yeah, it's very close.
You better click this immediately.
Yeah, Paper needs to click this immediately, which it's for. Oh, okay, Paper got it.
Oh man, highway robbery. That was so close.
Yeah,
Rimato's upset about that one. I know that for sure. That was less than 2 seconds in between. So with that, Paper has gotten 4 boss shines, and he's done Bianco 2, 3, 3 reds, 4, and 5. That's 5 shines. So he double clicks off row 2 immediately, and now has won row 2.
Yeah, I'm currently trying to think what the 7 shines and the secrets are, or what the progress is for both of them, because I do believe Paper has 5 shines in secret.
He has 3 reds, Gelato 1, 2, 6 from Pinna, so that's 5.
Yeah.
And Rimato has Pinna 2.
Does he only have Pinna 2?
I think he only has Pinna 2 right now. He's doing Bianca 3.
Interesting.
I think he might be rushing though, instead of for that, for just to get into Bianca 4 and do the 20 blues from there.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have Yoshi. And he doesn't want to deal with that.
But I think Paper is in episode 6, which means that he has more blue coins available, a pretty fast hundreds actually, or not too slow hundreds at least, to do in a secret.
This is a good play from Paper because he knows that he's probably gonna have to end up relying on row 1 here to win. So he's gonna start working on this hundreds and doing the 100 coin in a secret level.
Yeah, it's just to also steal away and go from Rimato.
Oh, yeah, Rimato does have Yoshi now.
This is currently a clip, which is allowed because it's not a fruit clip.
Yep, it's just Yoshi literally walking into the wall and that wall having bad collision and you just clip through it. That's all it is. The reason why you need Yoshi is because there are certain areas in this game that have the yellow fat, as we like to call it, and Yoshi's juice can spray that fat away, whereas Mario's
I've never heard jelly be referred as fat or yellow fat. That's interesting.
or jelly. It used to be called fat.
I've never heard fat before.
But Rimato is going to do lily pad no fruit clipping and completely just dominate row 4, so Paper's not even concerned about that right now.
Yeah.
This is Rimato's second time doing this shine.
Yeah, which means he won't get a shine out of it.
We'll just get a goal out of it.
Yeah. Which is also still fine, but I feel like that would just tell me that Rimato wants to win row 4, which is pretty risky with Paper showing 5 from Bianco, and 20 Bianco being necessary for roll 4.
So, as far as 2 for 7 progress goes, I believe Rimato has Delfino, Bianco,
He does have Penna, he
Penna,
does have
Pianta,
Pianta,
Noki.
Noki.
I believe he has 1 in Gelato and
Gelato.
1 in Rico.
1 in Rico. Yes, that's correct. So that's like a total of 3.5 minutes to commit to this goal, which would win him roll 5 and have him set up for... Yeah, no, that would just be it. So this is still a pretty close game. I thought that Paper, with having done 2 from 5, would be in a pretty good lead for 2 from 7, but doesn't seem like that's the case.
Yeah, because Paper has what? Bianco, Rico, Penna. I don't think he's even done Delfino stuff yet. But yeah, he's in a bit of a worse spot for that. Rimato now collecting his 20 blues and Bianco, and then gonna probably trade in those for his 12 Delfino shines. So Paper might lose out on row 4 at this rate, which would be very sad.
It would be pretty sad for Paper, but this is currently pretty good for him. 7 shines in secret will be finalized for Paper right now.
Yep.
He will make progress towards 4 shines from Gelato. I guess he could do Gelato 2, which is not the worst hundreds, which would net him 200 coin shines, but he would still need to finish out 2 from 7.
Yep, their Paper clicked off his 100 in a secret level from Bianco 3 and clicked off 7 shines in a secret. So I believe that's what, Gelato, Bianco, Rico, Penna. So he has 4 worlds out of the 7 right now. So he could catch up to Rimato on that if he focused on that. Or he might try and worry about row 4 or just focus on row 1 with the Gelato shines in the hundreds. There's a lot of options for Paper right now, whereas Rimato is kind of stuck on needing row 4 because he lost row 2.
Yeah. And with the hundreds in secrets, lost a good lead into row 1, or like a good synergy in row 1. It seems like we'll have a 4 from Gelato race from the looks of it. Oh wait, no. I think Rimato is just finishing 2 from 7 right now.
Yeah, he has just the hidden here. So this should be Rimato's 2 from 7 because he has Delfino, Bianco, and Bianco, Noki, Gelato.
Yeah. We'll do Rico 2 afterwards, and
Rico,
Paper is not doing any work towards that. So Rimato sees his win condition, which is, yeah, as we said, I think a few times already, 2 from 7 and 12 from Delfino, with a bunch of blue coin trades. He did a few Delfino shines, like he did 4 Delfino shines at the very least. He got
DeLorean, Underbell. I don't know if he got Beach. I don't think he got Beach.
He traded in 60, I think, already.
60 or 70.
Yeah, so that would mean that he needs 2 more shines in Delfino. I'm trying to think right now, but I do believe that this is correct, so.
Yeah, so I think this is going to end up being Rimato's win because of how this is bowling down. Paper was in a really good spot, just where he was, but not focusing on the 2 shines from 7 volts and ended up biting him a little bit. It's not really his fault. He couldn't really predict that with where Rimato was.
Yep.
But he wanted to solidify row 1 with either 200 shines, which you do Gelato Hundos, which suck, or 4 shines from Gelato, which sucks. Because Gelato is really slow.
Yeah, Jalal has 3 good shines, and that's it. And the other decent ones are locked behind Jalal too.
Paper, gonna grab Yoshi here. Melting Serena in a bid to do King Boo, maybe? But to no avail because Rimato is finishing up Rico 2, which will be his 2 from 7.
Yeah. So yeah, the only row that's left for the taking is row 4.
Yep.
Paper already calling it GG. We will actually have it finished very soon.
How many?
Rimato can. Yeah, Rimato is just DMing. Cool.
Right. That's time.
Yeah.
Stop. And stop.
Just the underdog. Oh, he's just being ruthless.
Yeah, so basically Paper GG'd because he knows he can't win 12 shines from Delfino with blue trades because he hasn't been collecting enough blues and doesn't have enough Delfino shines, whereas Rimato has already 65 total blues and probably a number of Delfino shines, so...
Yeah.
Really close match. I thought Rimato was actually blowing him out of the water early, and then Paper made a really good play with Pinna in the mid game. Bianco.
Yeah, but also not finalizing either Lil Pad or 20 and Bianco for Paper ended up biting back. Rimato not doing 4 boss shines ended up not well for Rimato, which is kind of an interesting thing. And it was pretty the 4 boss shines being the most crucial thing.
Yeah, that was
I
really crucial and really close. It's rare that you see goals like that one get that close in a match. It was really close, and Paper only won it because of RNG, because Bianca 5 is full of RNG. But other than that, that's our match. Rimato is the victor.
Yeah.
I hope
Who would
everyone
have thought?
enjoyed that match, and that was a really good bingo showcase, especially for Sunshine. I think Sunshine is one of the highest skill caps for bingo out of any game that can play bingo. I personally think it's among the top 3 best bingo games ever. So
I've done much bingo of any other games, but just from the concept of it, I can't imagine it being not being at least a top tier bingo game. Paper and Rimato doing showcases as per usual. They have actually a pretty decent history or like rivalry. In tournaments, they're meeting in finals. It goes usually both ways. It's like a 50-50 matchup. So that also explains this showcase match being as close as it was.
yeah,
Definitely shows that
it can go either way easily.
Yeah, these are basically the top 2 bingo players of Sunshine and have done a great showcase.
Yeah. So if anyone's ever interested, Sunshine is relatively easy to pick up, but difficult to master. And bingo is one of the more prominent things of Sunshine. It's really fun to play, versus just grinding out runs. So.
Yeah.
And there's an entire Discord dedicated to the Sunshine Bingo community where there's a ton of strats that are bingo related, and everyone's pretty helpful with helping you learn how to play bingo.
Yeah, there are also usually bingo events going on. One of the events being announced. I don't know if it's actually being announced, but it will come pretty soon. I think it will be hosted on Bingo Fun instead, and not on Stuff for the Charity, anything related to that. So there's much more Sunshine Bingo content, but more importantly, also much more of this marathon that's left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we still have like half the marathon left. Coming up next, we have Pack and Roll Remix by Super Viper T302. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, Laurie, for coming out and commentating with me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Honestly, I almost forgot that I signed up for the commentary until Rimato was like, "Oh yeah, you're not in the server." Oh, I'm not. Oh yeah, I forgot I had to do commentary. Whoops.
Whoops. So thanks everyone so much for watching, and stay tuned for the Pack and Roll Remix run. We'll be right back.
Also, follow the runners,
Yes,
Rimato13 and
Rimato13, PaperarioMS.
PaperArio, not Paper Mario MS.
And
Important difference.
quick plug, twitch.tv/Sunshine Community. That's where a lot of the SMS events go on. Races, exhibitions, bingos, challenge things. A lot of things go on in the Sunshine community. It's very active. So follow that if you like watching the Sunshine.
Yeah. I don't know where you can find the Discords or the Discord for bingo related Sunshine stuff. I think on the Sunshine community panels on Twitch, you should be able to find it. Other than that, what I don't remember what I was going to go now. Where I was going, but yeah, thanks.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.